Hello all, I'm Light, and today I wanted to do a guide for noobs to Elite Dangerous. I want to preface this by saying I'm absolutely not an expert, but I've been playing for a little bit, and my first two nights, about 3 hours of gameplay, I played and got nowhere. I was spinning my wheels. It felt like I was doing a lot of flying around, talking to people, exploring, not making any money, not getting any reputation. It was very frustrating. I almost quit the game. On night 3, about 4 hour of gameplay, it all came together and I started having fun, making money, and it really, I got hooked right there. And so now as I'm trying to get my friends to come play, I was thinking about what advice I would give to them so that hopefully they don't get stuck. It's a little bit of a learning curve, I suppose. So that's what this is. Here we go. So first things first, the tutorials. I know you guys saw this. It says start, it says training. Dude, I just want to start. Let's get in the game. But I'm telling you, some of these training missions are helpful. Not all of them, so don't do all of them. The worst part is that they're lackluster, underwhelming, they're boring. It's just not a whole lot of fun. Try to frame this as being, do this chore, get it over with, and then you'll have a smoother integration into the game. So let's look here. Target practice, do 1. Basic combat, do. Don't do any of the rest of these combat training. They're not real great guides, and you don't need them. Docking, launching, time travel, do those. VR if you have it. And don't get stuck in these. If target practice is irritating, sometimes it doesn't want to work, just learn what the keys are. Kind of just do it one time and then move on. Don't get stuck trying to be perfecting those. Some of these training videos I would also recommend the flight. You know how to fly. You already did the flying. The services, Galaxy and System Map, and then later come back and check out the power play stuff. And again, I know it's boring, but just knock it out. Think of it as doing a chore. If you go running today, Friday, you can have a beer. Think of it like that. Just do it real quick. Don't get stuck. And then as you're going through the tutorials, it's going to give you, like, now you need to land. So if you're playing with, I know you guys got all kind of gear. Some of you got keyboard and mouse, HOTAS, joysticks, gamepads. Your keybinding might not be the same for everybody. My friend I have a joystick, and he has a full HOTAS setup. And he didn't have anything bound to landing gear by default. So go through the training missions, find out where your keybinding stuff is. If you need to, go to options, make yourself familiar with controls, and I would recommend as you're doing this, get a scrap piece of paper and a notepad. If you have 2 monitors, maybe open up Word, and just write down what you're using. Landing pad, I bound here. Open system map, I bound there. Just some of the things that you're going to use over and over, and until you get it memorized. That way, when you get into the game, you're not fumbling through menus and getting frustrated if you have a quick reference. Alright, third, the maps. So you're going to get real familiar with the maps. You're going to need them a lot. By default, to get to your Galaxy and System Map, they want you to hit 1, come over to the left side navigation window, and scroll down over here to the maps. You can do that. You don't necessarily need to. I would recommend that you go ahead and bind your Galaxy map and your System Map to some keys, maybe M and N or 5 and 6, whatever you like. That way you can just open them real quick because you are going to use them a lot. And going ahead and looking at this, it can be a little overwhelming at first. There's all kind of stuff going on, all kind of cool filters, just lots of stuff. But simply, it'll be your friend. Oops, let's put this back. Normal. It'll be your friend as you're getting those first couple of missions, and it says, go from here to there. So you open this bad boy up, and you go, I'll go over here, and I want you to plot my course for me. But let's go here, because I have this system. In your mission, it's going to tell you, go to this station, go to that docking bay. So go ahead and open the system map, and this is helpful. I want to go all the way over here. You can see I have a ship here. Get off of that. Get off of that. So I have I have a ship here. I want to plot my course all the way here. We got a little orange dude here. Now when I exit out of here and I launch, this bottom left where I have it's next to Starport Services, my little radar deal, as soon as I launch out of here, I don't have to spin around and hope I find my target. It's going to line that blue dot up and tell me jump here, jump there, and then when I get in the system, same thing, I won't be looking for my target. It will go ahead and find it for me, and I can go straight there. That will save you a lot of time doing your first couple of missions, finding your way around, getting familiar with the systems, instead of, man, the first night I was spinning around just looking for an orange circle, hoping. Alright, next is the missions. I would say when you start off, take any mission. I spent a little bit of time looking through this thing the first night going, oh, I just want the big money, or I just want to be aligned with the right people, or whatever. Your first night, just jump in and grab whatever you can get. Chances are, if you take something crappy like this dude right here, source and return 4 units of blah 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 for only 11,000 credits, by the time you get over to your next station, they may have a awesome, like this dude up here, 400,000. You see what I'm saying? Different stations are going to have different things going on. Don't get hung up in one spot going, there's nothing good here, I'll travel somewhere else to pick something up. By the time you get over there, you could have dropped off and delivered. Just take whatever you can get from here. And I want to point out that the language here is important. So this one says deliver something. So let's have a look at it with space. They're going to give me goods from this place, and I just take them straight over there. Those are nice and simple. The ones that say source, let's decline this one. The ones that say source down here, that means we're not going to tell you where to get this. You're going to have to already know. So you might save those until later when you get some trade information, you're more familiar with your system, as that will be more time consuming. Interdictions, now for some fun. So NPCs and other players can try to pull you out of a jump or in Super Cruise to fight you in an interdiction. So it's freezing and look, there's the blue bar on the left and the red bar on the right. By lining up on that blue escape vector, you increase your blue bar. This is important to note that if the red bar fills and they pull you out, you get a severe penalty to your frame shift drive cooldown. So try it. Don't be afraid to try it, but keep it on that red bar. Don't let it fill up all the way. If it's getting full, go ahead and submit to it. So like here, I throttled down, submitted to it, and then I didn't really want to fight this guy. It takes him a lot longer to charge the frame shift drive. They get some kind of penalty, and I took none. You see how quickly my cooldown, turn around, turn my boosters on, and I'm charging again. I'm going to be out of there before he damages my hull at all. So if you are not great at lining up the escape vector, go ahead and submit to it. Try it a few times, just keep an eye on that red bar, and you should be fine jumping. Don't be afraid of them. They're going to come after you, but you'll be alright. And lastly, try to make some fun out of this. At first, it can be boring, tedious, and arduous getting started. Turn on some jams, put some friends in Discord. In no time, you'll get the hang of this and be making some money, getting up out of that first Sidewinder and into a more fun ship. That all being said, the third night, when I finally got the hang of this, I made more than enough money to buy one of the first 3 starter ships, which was a great feeling. I want to quickly touch on the fact that the Sidewinder is free. You can blow it up as many times as you want and not have to pay anything about it to get another one. After that, all your ships, when you blow them up and you respawn, you pay insurance, and it's 10% of what the ship and all the stuff you put on it costs, which is nice, but just keep that in mind if you blow up anything beyond your initial Sidewinder. We use a handy dandy ship progression guide. I will link that down in the comments. And lastly, this game is multiplayer co-op. It's not great. It doesn't have like guilds or all the bells and whistles you wish, but it does have wings. So what we've been doing is doing combat, bounty hunting, and the like together, and that's way more fun. So talk your friends into playing it, or hey, come hang out with me, and you can join up, watch the tutorial for wings when you get ready to do that. And aside from that, we will see you guys out in space. Next up, we're going to do a tutorial for making your first million in an evening and having fun doing it. So check that out, and we'll see you guys.